Hi, my name is Yin Gao and welcome to Dr. Gao's classroom. I'm a professional philosopher and I love classical Chinese poetry. I have been teaching and translating classical Chinese poetry with a colleague of mine for the last few years. I would love to share my knowledge on the subject with you. Your enjoyment is my command. Today, I'm going to continue my story about Bai Ju-yi. In my last video, I translated and analyzed one of Bai Ju-yi's best-known poems. This poem won him a huge fame as a young prodigy. When Bai Ju-yi's poetry was introduced to Japan, it was a huge hit among the Japanese scholars, including the then Emperor Saga himself. Bai Ju-yi's poetry had a huge impact on the subsequent Japanese literature and are still loved by many Japanese scholars. There are also many Japanese scholars who devoted their lives researching and teaching Bai Ju-yi's poetry and its impacts on Japanese literature. There are even Chinese scholars who visited Japan to find ancient books from the Xiang and Ming dynasties about Bai Ju-yi and his poetry, and attended conferences about Bai Ju-yi in Japan. If you're familiar with Japanese literature or you know anything about Bai Ju-yi's influence in Japanese literature, I would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new to my channel, please check out my other videos on classical Chinese poetry, philosophy, and medical literature. If you like the content of these videos, please click the like button and subscribe my channel. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on these subjects. If you would like to read the original text with me, please contact me. Here's my email address. Now, back to Bai Ju-yi. When Bai Ju-yi was 11 years old, he and his mother left their hometown in Henan province and moved to where his father worked at a magistrate at Anhui province. There he met a girl named Xiang-ling, meaning the goddess of the Xiang River. They grew up together and were truly friends of Qingmei Zhuma. This term comes from a poem by the great poet Li Bai. Here's the link for my video translating that poem. When Xiang-ling was 15 and Bai Ju-yi 19, they fell in love with each other. Bai Ju-yi wanted to marry her. Today, I'm going to translate one of Bai Ju-yi's poems, a poem praising how beautiful Xiang-ling was. Now, let me read the poem in Chinese for you. 娉婷十五胜天仙，白日横娥汉地莲。何处闲交应无语，碧纱窗下绣床前。Now, let's look at the first couplet. 娉婷十五胜天仙，白日横娥汉地莲。娉婷 means graceful demeanor. 十五 means 15. 胜 means better than. 天仙 means goddess. 白日 means daylight. Heng'e was the name of the moon goddess before the Han Dynasty. In ancient China, the name of an emperor was not allowed to be spoken by anyone or written in a document. People had to avoid the characters in the emperor's name, or even characters close to the emperor's name. The character Heng in Heng'e was close enough to the character Heng in Emperor Liu Heng's name, so it was changed to Chang, which eventually evolved into today's Chang'e. I have told the story of the moon goddess in my 200 subscribers special video. Here's the link. 汉地莲 is the Chinese name for nasturtium, which is quite delicate. So my colleague and I added the adjective delicate in our translation. So the two lines read, a beautiful girl of 15 years old is graceful like a goddess, as pretty as the moon goddess, yet delicate as a nasturtium in the daylight. 何处闲郊应无语，碧纱窗下绣床前。何处 means where, 闲 means lizard, 教 means teach, 鹦鹉 means parrot, 语 means speak. B literally refers to emerald, but because most of the emerald are green, so it becomes a classy way to describe something green. Sha is the Chinese name for very thin and translucent silk fabric. There are many kinds of silk fabric with different names, depending on how the fabric are made and what kind of silk they are made of. These names include 锦、绸、缎、绫、罗、帛、绢, etc. They can also be named after the place where they were made, such as 蜀锦 from Sichuan, which is also called Shu. This yellow fabric with a dragon is 锦. Jin is known for its brilliant colors and beautiful patterns. Here are 4 different styles of Jin from different times and places. If you can guess which one is from where or when, please let me know in the comment section. 绸 and 缎 are both soft, thin, and shiny material that are perfect for summer clothes. The difference is in the way they are weaved. The shiny bluish fabric is 绸, and the darker material with red flower pattern one is 缎. 缎is often thicker and softer than 绸. 绫and 罗 are both very thin fabric and translucent. They were not as popular as 绸 and 缎in modern time. The brown fabric is a piece of ling from the Qing Dynasty, and the purple robe were made of luo and unearthed from a Song Dynasty tomb. Bo and juan are plain fabric for painting and writing. Bo shu are books written on this kind of silk fabric. On the left is a page from the silk book of Dao De Jing, unearthed from a Han Dynasty tomb in Ma Wangdui in 1972, and now is on exhibition at the museum in Hunan province in mainland China. On the right are 2 paintings from Qing Dynasty. Here are another 3 paintings by the same artist from Qing Dynasty. These paintings are currently stored at the Boston Museum in USA. I would love to see them at either museum if I got a chance. I wonder if any of you had seen them. If you have, please let me know how you feel about this precious Asian artwork. This is quite a long detour. Now, let's go back to the poem. So B means emerald or grain. Sha means silk. Chuang means window. 下 means under. 绣 means embroidery. 床 means coach. 前 means front. So the 2 lines read, where is she at leisure teaching that parrot to speak? Under the green silk window in front of the embroidered coach. It is clear Bai Ju-yi was deeply in love with this girl. His poem starts by praising how beautiful this girl is. She is prettier than goddess. 天仙 means the immortal from heaven. There is quite a few stories about the immortals from heaven come down to the human world and marry an ordinary man, such as the story of 牛郎织女 or the cowboy and the immortal weaver. So 天仙 is a common phrase to praise a beautiful girl. Then she is compared to the delicate flowers and the moon goddess. These metaphors might sound a little bit repetitive in English, but it is not for a Chinese person because the flower is from earth. The immortal is someone who rises to the heaven by self-cultivation. So the immortal represent the group who were from the earth but rise to heaven by their own efforts. The moon goddess was originally from heaven and was sent to earth to help humans, and then went back to heaven. So these three metaphors represent the beauties of all three realms of earth, heaven, and the immortal world. So she is the most beautiful girl in all three realms. Then she talks about how she spent her leisure time by playing with the parrots. Apparently, her family was pretty well off, so she has plenty time to do what she enjoys. Given how strict young girls were limited in their movement back then, this might be one of the rare chances Bai Ju-yi caught a glimpse of her at her home. And this was enough for him to engrave this scene in his mind and immortalize the moment in his poem. How cute! I was going to translate 2 poems today, but with the detail about the silk, I think we have covered enough content. So I will save the second poem for my next video. If you're new to my channel, please check out my other videos on classical Chinese poetry, philosophies, or medical literature. If you like the content of these videos, please click the like button and subscribe my channel. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on these subjects. If you would like to read the original text with me, please contact me. Here's my email address. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you next time.